All praise to the Most High God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I'm about to go into the fall of Babylon. And a lot of y'all agree that America is Babylon, but I'm going to show you that this place, there's no coming back from the destruction. But let's get into it. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to Revelations chapter 13, and we're going to read the whole chapter, and we're going to break down This is America. Go ahead, brother Shama Pei.
Shabbat Shalom, Hebrew Israelites from four corners. Revelation chapter 13, verse 1, and the scripture reads, "And I stood on the sand of the sea, and I saw a beast coming out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and on his horns 10 crowns, and on his head names of blasphemy."
Now, this is John getting revelation from Christ. He's in the spirit world, and they breaking it down to him. They showing him the kingdoms in the future. Go ahead, Ak.
Verse 2, "And the beast I saw was like a leopard, and his feet were like the feet of a bear, and his mouth like the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power and his throne and great authority."
This is the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire had super power, and they conquered the whole earth. And they ruled the earth during the time of Christ. Go ahead, Ak.
Verse 3, "And I saw one of his heads as having been slain to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the earth marveled after the beast."
Go ahead.
Verse 4, "And they worshipped the dragon who gave authority to the beast, and they worshipped the beast, saying, 'Who was like the beast? Who was able to fight with him?'"
Now, the thing is, America, everybody always say, oh, America's the greatest power. We're the greatest country in the world. And the only reason they say this is because the military power, the economical power, the media power, this is why they say this. You know what I'm saying? But the beast is all over. Babylon is America. The beast is all over the earth. The UN, this is the beast military. Go ahead.
Verse 5, "And he was given a mouth speaking great matters and blasphemies, and he was given authority to do so 42 months. And he opened his mouth in blasphemies against Elohim, to blaspheme his name and his tent and those dwelling in the heaven. And it was given to him to fight with the set apart ones and to overcome them. And authority was given to him over every tribe and tongue and nation."
Over all the people, and in the KJV, it says, "And power was given him over all kindred and tongues and nations." This is over all the people of the earth. That's why you see the earth, when the pandemic first happened, all the earth was at a standstill. Because everybody looks up to the beast, which is the Western society, whether it's Europe or America. Go ahead, Ak.
Verse 8, "And all those dwelling on earth, whose names have not been written in the book of life of the slain lamb from the foundations of the world, shall worship him. If anyone has an ear, let him hear."
Yeah, so a lot of the people, they are they cool with the system. They don't know nothing else. But Jacob, the blacks, natives, Mexicans, all over the earth, we've been feeling left out. Like, yo, is this it? But the Caucasians, they like, yo, this is the kingdom. We cool with it. Whatever they say, we cool with it. Go ahead, Ak.
Verse 10, "He who brings into captivity shall go into captivity. He who kills with the sword has to be killed with the sword. Here is the endurance of the belief of the set apart ones."
Now, listen, man, the white man has been conquering. The colonizer has been colonizing. He has been taking over, stealing land. And when Christ come back, and listen, I'm making this for my white friends that I deal with, the white people that I deal with. in my daily life at work and whatever. I'm making this for y'all, man. There's no white Jesus coming back to keep you guys in power. And I'll do a little video to show the description of Christ in the scriptures, which the church has never, ever read, even in the black community. And there's a church on every corner in the black communities. They never, listen, there's no white Jesus coming back to keep white power in place. He's coming back to destroy white power. Go ahead.
Verse 11. And I saw another beast coming out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb and spoke like a dragon. And he exercises all the authority of the first beast in his presence, and causes the earth and those who dwell in it to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed.
Now check it out. The first beast that died, that was the Roman Empire. That was the Roman Empire. Read that 11 again.
Verse 11. And I saw another beast coming out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb and spoke like a dragon.
2 horns. In America, a horn is just rulership. That's all that means. And the Bible speak in parables. And it's not meant for all y'all to get it. Y'all got to come to the children of the Most High to get this truth, man. The horns is 2 rulerships. In America, you have 2 ruling powers. You got Democrat and Republicans. And then you got these little off, you know what I'm saying? People be trying to start their own parties, which never goes nowhere. But the Democrat and Republican Party.
The independent party. Huh?
Right. And I found out a new one the other day. I got to find the name of it. But they be trying to start their own parties. But the Democrat and Republican Party has been ruling for centuries. Since the inception of America. Go ahead, read that 11 again, Ak.
Verse 11. And I saw another beast coming out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb and spoke like a dragon.
This is America. Go ahead, Ak.
Verse 12. And he exercises all the authority of the first beast in his presence, and causes the earth and those who dwell in it to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed.
Woo! So yeah, the Roman Empire fell, and now here go the likeness of the Roman Empire. That's why you see all the infrastructure. Look at the infrastructure in the capitals all over the place. It's Roman infrastructure. It's Roman architecture.
Those pillars.
Right. And this is the children of Rome, man. Verse 13.
Verse 13. And he does great signs, so that he even makes fire come down from the heaven on the earth before men.
Who was the first one to use the atom bomb? America on Japan. And they'll threaten you, they'll threaten other countries with this power at any time.
If you don't bow down.
So the whole beast system got that power. All the Western countries have that power. In the Muslim world, they got crude elements of the power. They might got nuclear bombs they put in a suitcase or something, but they don't got the technology that the beast has, man. 14.
14. And he leads astray those dwelling on the earth because of those signs which he was given to do before the beast, saying to those dwelling on the earth to make an image of the beast who was wounded by the sword, yet lived.
Roman Empire is alive and today. The Roman Greek Empire is alive today, which is Edom. Go ahead, Ak.
Verse 15. And there was given to him to give spirit to the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause to be killed as many as would not worship the image of the beast. And he causes all, both small and great, and rich and poor, and free and slave, to be given a mark upon their right hand or upon their foreheads.
There goes your mark of the beast, and we're in it right now today. If you haven't taken the procedure, you will not be able to enter into public areas, restaurants, gymnasiums, sporting events, concerts. And the thing is, we've been living in a beast system for decades. Credit cards, the malls, grocery stores, we've been, you know what I'm saying? I'm used to it. I'm definitely used to it. And the people are used to it. But the thing is, some people know and see what's happening. Like, yo, this look like, nah, this is the beast system right here. This is the mark of the beast. This is the path to it. Cause all they gotta do is make statements. They making actions towards the mark of the beast. Now all they gotta do is make a statement. Like, nah, you gotta do this if you wanna buy or sell. No. We're putting it into law. If you wanna do this, you gotta take the procedure.
Man, look what they're doing as far as travel. You know, they're going to start implementing. They're going to have to show proof of vaccination to be able to fly. Same thing with the interstate. You were just talking about that before we start the video. About you have to show proof of vaccination to be able to travel on the interstate, to go from
Right.
state to state.
But the white people that I talk to, and the only reason I talk to these white people is because I genuinely care for them. I genuinely care that they know, man, what's about to happen. And I tell them the Bible's a blueprint. But they keep going into, oh, it's not constitutional that they do this. Like, listen, man, America's done. America has been built off of blood. And the Most High requires that this place receives punishment.
That's right.
And you know what I tell my white friend at my job? I tell him this. The Bible predicted and declared slavery of blacks all over the earth.
Deuteronomy 28:68.
And it declared the fall of Babylon. Go ahead. When you read chapter 13 in Revelations and chapter 18 in Revelations, switch out Babylon with America, and you're going to see that it's happening today. Where we at? Verse 17. Go read that 16 again.
Yeah, because it continues into 17. And he causes all, both small and great, and rich and poor, and free and slave, to be given a mark upon their right hand or upon their foreheads, and that no one should be able to buy or sell except that he that has the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name.
Yeah, so that's three different things, man. So the rich might be required to have something, the middle class might be required to have something, and the poor might be required to have something. It might be three different things that you have to show that you pledged allegiance to stay in the system.
To this beast system.
Verse
18. Here is the wisdom. He who has understanding, let him calculate the number of the beast. For it is the number of a man, and the number is 666.
Right, okay, that was verse 13. That was chapter 13. Let's go to Revelations 18. Revelations 18.